Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I already know that this has now been uploaded like an hour or 2 hours after the whole Heat pre-show, which now gives me the idea that I need to make the pre-shows be uploaded just a little bit before the actual shows. But anyway, H-Styles non-title open challenge once again for the millionth time. We do it once again. This is gonna be the final time we do it, actually, and that will be tonight. So yay, I guess. I don't know. So that's a thing that's gonna happen. It's gonna be the final one that we actually ever do before SummerSlam. As the only two men to actually defeat Styles so far has been CM Punk, and last week previously it has been Sami Zayn. Since Punk and Zayn actually did defeat Styles in a non-title challenge, as the challenge was created for, they will have a title opportunity. It could be at SummerSlam, or it could soon turn into a one-on-one matchup. But we shall get more into that between Punk and Zayn for the title later on tonight. As Raw Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys, we do know that they defend the Raw Tag Team Championships against Undertaker and Kane, the Brothers of Destruction. But first, they go up against, well, one of the more newer teams here to Raw, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. They previously debuted like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I believe 2 weeks ago. So they shall have their matchup. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is week 18 of Raw. We go through the week 18 edition of ECW SmackDown, and then blah blah, the whole other shows, stuff like that. And then we soon go into week 20, which at the very end of week 20, after we do the week 20 shows, Raw, SmackDown, yada yada, we then go on to SummerSlam, the pre-show, then the regular show. So, shall see before whenever that happens, based upon how quickly we could actually pull these out. So my new idea for the pre-show, since it's only gonna be one match and we're gonna upload those, I guess, like what I did like hours ago with Heat, because I could have already privated it and then uploaded it like after I already got the Raw recording, which I didn't do. I could private it right now, but there's already a couple views there. By couple, I don't even know anymore, but yeah. Anyway, Matt Hardy breaking the submission up. Jeff tried to take advantage here on Jimmy Uso, not able to, and Matt hits Jimmy once again. Jay gonna try to intervene, super kick to Matt Hardy, and Jeff Hardy upper hand on Jimmy Uso still nails him down to the mat. Jimmy just gonna pop back up, and now surrounded by the highly athletic, high-flying Jeff Hardy, charismatic Enigma, and the one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, and Jeff once again. Of course, Hardy Boys, they've been vying for those Raw Tag Titles. They've been in the whole Raw Tag Title scene since the very beginning of Humorous Mode. It's been transitioning between them and the Brood. So, yes, and now, from one scary tag team to another, this time, at this point, more scary, is going to be, well, Undertaker and Kane. And now, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we did have Christian and Gangrel of the Brood team up in the latest episode of NXT. Mostly because I forgot to put Vampiro, but it's going to be Edge and Christian for the Brood. They now stay here in Raw. And Vampiro and Gangrel of the Brood, they go on over to NXT. So basically the Brood has been broken up. It's now really just the Brood with Gangrel and Vampiro, and now it's just the regular Edge and Christian tag team over here on Raw. But you guys shall see that in the next couple weeks, especially on NXT, when you see that it's not going to be Christian with Gangrel, it's going to be Christian with it's going to be Gangrel with Vampiro. So yes, we shall see when that happens. Anyway, Tornado DDT by Matt Hardy to Jey Uso, as now the whole roles have switched here between Jeff and Jimmy to now Matt and Jay. And of course, Undertaker and Kane, number one contenders, they face off against the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys, at either the Go Home show or, you know, the extra show of SummerSlam. There's only been one match reconfirmed for the SummerSlam cards, because all the other ones we're not sure if they could happen in the Go Home show of Raw, or we're not sure if they could happen in the Go Home show of Raw, or in the actual SummerSlam pay-per-view, specifically for, well, that also goes for ECW and SmackDown. As the Intercontinental Championship, Alex Shelley, he uses his rematch clause for the Intercontinental Championship, and he looks to face off against his tag team partner Chris Sabin once again for the Intercontinental Championship, as Sabin previously defeated him. Also, I just noticed that we need to do the monthly live event house show tour thing. We're just going to do highlights of that. And I'll probably do that after I do this, because this is going to be uploaded on a Sunday. It's currently, what time is it? Oh wow, 8:15 p.m. Yeah, definitely need to try to do Raw and then the live event tour, since actually it's already April 1st, so this will probably be considered for April, but in reality it's not. It's supposed to be considered for March, because we haven't done a live event tour for March. We did December, January, and February. I need to do one for March, so I will do one for March, and the one that I do today hopefully will count for March. So yeah, and current Raw Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys, they pick up a victory here against the Usos. Of course, that was non-title, the actual matchup. Raw Tag Title matchup happened between Hardy Boys and Bars Destruction. As actually, he will be in action next week. He will have a matchup at SummerSlam against Chris Sabin for the Intercontinental Championship. But first, we see him in 1-1 action next week, along with CM Punk versus Sami Zayn. That will be your main event of Raw, as Punk and Zayn, only two men to actually defeat AJ Styles in the AJ Styles non-title open challenge. So we have Styles taking on, of course, a random opponent. Open challenge rules, of course, anyone could challenge for it. No one could actually re-challenge for it, so any of the past challengers, including the X Division champion Ricochet, former WWE champion Bobby Lashley, Ken Shamrock, a couple more as well, they cannot challenge for the non-title open challenge. But our superstars who haven't, they could, as now we got this man Goldberg. He previously got attacked last week by Brock Lesnar. Lesnar finally making his debut here in News Mode. He made a statement attacking Lesnar. Well, Magnus, well, he has his own problems here, not including Shinsuke Nakamura, who Nakamura wants to get a match from Magnus. Magnus, he has attacked him previous weeks before. Nakamura, well, he's been trying to get an answer for a couple weeks now. Magnus just has been ducking Nakamura any chance he gets, and well, Magnus has another problem in his hands against Goldberg, but Magnus countering the Bulldog. Goldberg not attacked by that super kick straight to the face, and another super kick, this time to perhaps the shoulder, and another super kick. Goldberg is livid. Got attacked by Brock Lesnar last week, so Magnus gonna have two people on his tail, not only Nakamura but Goldberg off the spear, Magnus bouncing off the mat, and another spear. Magnus getting back up. He doesn't even know where he's at. Here we go, off the ropes. Jackhammer by Goldberg. Oh man, Goldberg not done yet. Picks him up. And yet again, two spears, two jackhammers. This one's most likely gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. Goldberg is irate. There's no stopping this man here tonight on Raw. And he picks up a victory. Perhaps sending a message to Brock Lesnar, as Lesnar did attack him last week. Magnus once again gets his own set of problems with Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura looks to get a matchup with Magnus once again, but we shall see what happens. Anyway, number one contender for the X Division Championship, Marty Scurll, the villain of Bullet Club. He shall be here next week. Well, although Bullet Club's not even a tag team here in News Mode, because multiple members are split across between Raw, Easter, and SmackDown, including AJ Styles, the WWE champion. They just haven't made the alliance yet. But anyway, speaking of X Division champion Ricochet, he takes on Apollo Crews here tonight. Next matchup here on Raw, immediately kicking off things as we immediately go on into your third matchup. Third or fifth matchup. Fourth matchup will, of course, be the triple threat, the women's triple threat, whereas last week, Raw GM Eric Bischoff, or last week or 2 weeks ago, one of those two, Raw GM manager Eric Bischoff did announce that there are going to be two triple threats. Well, yeah, I think it was last week, two triple threats for the 6 women here in the Raw roster. 3 of them, respectively being Bayley, Trish Stratus, and Awesome Kong, will have their own triple threat, and then Becky Lynch, Chyna, and whoever else we have in the Raw women's roster that I can't remember. They'll have their own triple threat next week, but for this week, it's going to be Awesome Kong versus Bayley versus Trish Stratus. Whichever woman of those 3 wins the triple threat matchup, which is up next, they go into the vacant Raw Women's Championship matchup at SummerSlam, along with the winner of next week's triple threat. So that's a Raw. They're going to figure out a champion for their women's division, while ECW Women's Champion Sonya Deville, she's been holding the title for a while, along with Alexa Bliss, who previously has won the SmackDown Women's title. And now Ricochet on top of the rope here. Paul Crews taunted him, catches him. Okay, never mind. Like Crews caught him, and then Ricochet able to switch the tides there. This non-title contest, of course, Marty Scurll, he previously won a number one contenders matchup that he wasn't even in. He attacked Manic, and that's how Marty Scurll made his debut, by attacking Manic backstage in a triple threat between Apollo Crews and Cody Rhodes. And then the best part for Mars Girl was that not only did he attack Manic, take his place in Triple Threat, he also won the Triple Threat, which is why he gets the title shot against Ricochet at perhaps the go-home show of Raw or at SummerSlam, depending on how the card fills up, specifically for some amount of matches, because we already got a whole lot of top matches scheduled. Raw, ECW, and SmackDown included, and well, we just need to see what's going to be the order. And now Ricochet on top of the rope, 450. Could turn that into a crossbody, misses that 450. Apollo Crews just trying to duck away from him, throws him to the outside. That's Apollo. And Crews on top of the ropes, air control here, air control, major critical point of matchup here for Ricochet. Drop kick off the top rope by Apollo Crews. Ricochet springs back up, gets sent to a ring post, and Apollo Crews with another drop kick. And well, the air not controlling Apollo Crews here tonight. Norris is doing it for Ricochet. Don't forget about that 630 splash. Ricochet could easily pull that one off the top rope, saying like he's been pulling out all these 450s. And well, ladies and gentlemen, next matchup, of course, the Triple Threat. Awesome Kong, Trish Stratus, and Bayley. Winner moves on to SummerSlam for the Raw Women's Championship, along with the winner of next week's Triple Threat. And then after that, the Edge Styles non-title open challenge. Whoever answers it, and if they shall actually defeat Styles, they could perhaps get a matchup against Styles. Well, we do know that the WWE title and the ECW title, it will be defended at SummerSlam. We already know the World title match, so we got some more matches than one match confirmed, but it's like, you know, we haven't actually hyped it up. But ECW, the ECW title will be defended as Minoru Suzuki defends it against Braun Strowman. This is his rematch clause. He previously lost to Minoru Suzuki at the Sin pay-per-view back in week 13, ECW exclusive, of course. That was Strowman's only ever loss here in Universe Mode. Will we get another one at SummerSlam? Or along the lines of head to the road of SummerSlam 630 by Ricochet. Out of nowhere, Apollo Crews just springs back up. Ricochet not even able to do a pin, baby suplex now. Ricochet not able to do a pin off his own finishing maneuver. He's not too happy about that. Is the X Division champion, of course, switching between Prince Puma and his Ricochet gimmick. But now he's going to be permanently, we've been told that he's now going to be permanently known as Ricochet. No more Prince Puma orange gear for him. But of course, pretty much the same person, just different gear, but we shall see. And now collarbone slam by Ricochet. And that's usually the setup for the 630 splash to Apollo Crews. There we go. Good night, Apollo. And that is it. Ricochet comes out on top. And the X Division champion, he gets a victory here tonight. Non-title contest, of course, and some hype up between him and Marty Scurll. So that's how that happens. As well, ladies and gentlemen, both Apollo Crews and Ricochet, they've cleared out the ring very quickly. And now, well, this one, Trish Stratus, she could perhaps walk out here tonight with a guaranteed spot at SummerSlam. And well, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a whole lot more matches. We do have a whole lot more title matches here in Universe Mode confirmed. But we just don't know when's going to happen. We do know the WWE title, ECW title, and the World title will be defended. Of course, the most guaranteed one being SmackDown's World title matchup as, well, King of the Ring winner Cesaro, the 4v4. Yeah, the 4-on-4 tournament. Well, 4 from Raw, 4 from ECW, 4 from SmackDown. The winner of that one was SmackDown Cesaro. He gets a World title opportunity against the World Champion, which is currently Aleister Black, but it could eventually change to be Dolph Ziggler before the time being, as Ziggler and Black are still engaged in the whole rivalry. They've been engaged in a rivalry for a while, since week 8. The matchup actually happened in week 14 at the Bound for Glory pay-per-view, in which Aleister Black won, and Ziggler, well, he has his rematch clause after that, so Ziggler still needs a chance against Black for the title once again. But that is yet to come, or it could also be a triple threat, we shall see. But we do know that Cesaro, he's going to be in the main event of SummerSlam, since he is your King of the Ring winner. And it's going to be for the World title. But I'm going to say, the Intercontinental title also defended here, respectively for Raw. As Chris Sabin, he defends that newly won Intercontinental Championship as of, well, a couple weeks back. He defends it against the man he defeated to win it, Alex Shelley. Of course, both of them 10 partners of the Mercy Machine Gun Tag Team. So their tag team has been postponed for a while. Until, well, I guess both men lose their title. I'm not even sure at this point. But I don't know. I really don't know. Along with the United States Championship that Austin Aries currently holds over on SmackDown. We don't know anything if he's gonna have a matchup with SummerSlam or not. We shall see in the next couple of weeks remaining. Along with current hardcore champion of VCW, hardcore television champion, the cleaner Kenny Omega. He defends the title against Wade Barrett, which could happen at SummerSlam, could happen at the Go Home Show. VCW, Bayley gets thrown out the ring. The humongous strength of Awesome Kong, and well, Kong just gonna simply just bring Stratus back into the ring. Bayley now kicks Awesome Kong off the ring apron. Awesome Kong just couldn't keep her bands past that gift, just like ruined everything or something like that. Imagine what it will mean to Bayley if she is to go to SummerSlam. Definitely will be a happy moment for her. Be getting out free hugs all over the place, I bet. But shall see what happens here. Trish Stratus, of course, the most experienced of the three here, including herself. Awesome Kong, the most brute force, and Bayley just the most, I don't know, the most like friendly. I said, as you see her there, Awesome Kong. Well, friendly, no friendly type of friendliness is gonna get you here in this matchup. As well, Bayley just getting speared by Awesome Kong, but Kong seems to hurt herself. Trish Stratus and Bayley now going back at it, but no. So Awesome Kong, well, never mind. I was about to say Awesome Kong got her hand on Bayley, but then Trish able to take down her with the maneuver, the dropkick. Awesome Kong just Trish Stratus and Bayley, just combined height will still be difficult to topple the height of Awesome Kong. 450 leg drop by Bayley. Okay. Trish now. Scope by Rob, gonna try to get an easy victory here. Not able to, only a 1 count. These three women definitely want to get a guaranteed spot at SummerSlam for the Raw Women's Championship. Well, yeah, it is guaranteed to happen at SummerSlam. Some more matches. Raw tag title matches, of course. Hardy Boys defend their tag titles against Undertaker and Kane, the Brothers of Destruction. Along with ECW hardcore tag titles, Abyss and the Blue Pin Matt Morgan, they've been holding those titles since week 1. So they've been the longest reigning champions here in numerous modes so far. They defend that, respectively, against the men they previously defeated for in week 1 to win it, when the title was vacant. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. Rowan and Harper have been able to climb up the ranks once again. They challenge for those titles once again. That's Trish Stratus gets chokes him out the ring moments ago, and nasty landing for her. Of course, reminiscent of Awesome Kong's strength, and Bayley lifting up Kong for just a short few seconds there, and Kong not happy about that. Not too fond of that, is she? And Bayley trying to fight back here. Yes, the Northern Lights takes Awesome Kong to the outside of the ring. Trish gonna get an easy victory here. Gonna steal one, and yes, she does. Bayley throws Awesome Kong out the ring, surprisingly. And Trish just on the outside, well, timing and I guess perfect place at the perfect time. Perfect spot, perfect moment. She gets a victory. She moves on SummerSlam, and oh wait, what's here? What's going on here? Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura. Backstage, of course, Magnus there as well. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I was about to say Nakamura hitting him with a knee strike right there. No, full Nelson suplex to Magnus. Magnus has been ducking Nakamura multiple times. Of course, we did have the Magnus Open Challenge back in the Raw exclusive pay-per-view, the Sealed Fate pay-per-view, back in week 12. Nakamura answered the challenge, and then he defeated Magnus very quickly as well. Magnus, later then 2 weeks after that, attacked Nakamura, which means that happened in like week 14. And now for these past couple weeks, Nakamura, well, he's been trying to get a matchup against Magnus, and Magnus has just been ducking him. And now Shinsuke, not too happy, and he's finally taking his frustration out on Magnus. Finally, no more calling him out. He said he was gonna knee Magnus's teeth down his throat a couple weeks ago, and well, he could probably do that here tonight before SummerSlam could perhaps even happen. And there we go, knee to face Kinshasa by Nakamura, and there you have it, knee to face Yo's. Shinsuke Nakamura walks off into the distance here. Successful attack. Not to mention Magnus just went through a squash match against Goldberg a couple minutes ago earlier on in the night. And so Magnus not doing too well here. Not doing too well as Magnus. As Nakamura, he is gunning for him. And the matchup could perhaps happen at SummerSlam. It's looking to shape up to be a couple more matches that are confirmed to happen. Well, not SummerSlam. This could happen at the pre-show, or it could also happen at the go-home show. So take this with a grain of salt. Besides the world title matches and the women's matches, along with SmackDown tag titles, DX, they defend their tag team titles respectively against the New Day. Along with SmackDown Women's Champion Alexa Bliss defends her title against newest number 1 contender Naomi. And ECW Women's Champion Sonya Deville. She has no one to currently defend her ECW Women's Championship against, but we perhaps get an answer to that in the next couple of weeks before SummerSlam, or perhaps not. We shall see for what's happening there, along with Cruiserweight Champion Seth Rollins. He defends his Cruiserweight title against Rey Mysterio over on SmackDown. X Division Champion here on Raw. Ricochet, he defends his title against the villain Marty Scurll. And well, on ECW, the Hardcore Lightweight Championship, Chris Jericho challenges Neville for that title. Jericho is also in the King Ring tournament. He made it to the finals, but just came up too short in the finals against the other two competitors, which were from SmackDown. Ironically enough, Samoa Joe and Cesaro. And later on, again, we're going to have to quickly go into commercial break. Don't miss the action. Raw rolls on here. And well, ladies and gentlemen, same like we had Heat a couple hours ago with Sheamus and Silas Young, ECW, they're going to have their respective episode with, well, two Tenko Masterminds, Shane Douglas and Daniel Bryan. They face off against each other in the ECW pre-show Metal, and it happens perhaps tomorrow. I really don't know, but we shall see. Moving on back to your main event here, Randy Orton. Just a powerbomb. Brute force right there. I really don't know how long ago I uploaded Heat, which is the Raw pre-show. But yeah, I uploaded that like perhaps like a couple hours ago, like 2 or 3 hours ago. So, man, that pre-show wasn't all that much. Wasn't the greatest match of all time between Sheamus and Silas Young. But Young did pick up a small package inside Cradle victory over Sheamus. Very sneaky victory for Silas Young. And I would say, got the job done. So that was your hype up to Raw, in which where Raw run a little bit late here. I knew I should have privated the video until I was able to at least finish recording this and then not upload it yet, and then upload Heat. Well, change Heat from private to public, which is what I'm planning on doing on some career mode videos. I already have like 3 career mode videos down, which are private. So those will be uploaded like all in 1 second at once, so that'll be amazing. Anyway, Styles taking a nasty land and nasty bump on the outside, and Randy Orton in control here. Also, I didn't even acknowledge that Randy Orton has answered the AJ Styles non-title open challenge. So, yeah, my bad, horrible commentating, I know, right? Randy Orton, if he wins, he could perhaps get future World title shot, future WWE title shot against AJ Styles, but then again, Punk and Zayn, they already have one. So, shall see what happens. No more AJ Styles non-title open challenges to main event Raw. No more of those, but we shall get Punk versus Zayn in the main event of Raw tonight. Some history there dating back to the first few weeks of Raw in numerous modes as well, so that's interesting as well. But anyway, moving on. As Styles takes a nasty bump on the outside. Off the chop by Orton. Orton, okay. Countering Styles' snap mirror with one of his own, and now, oh man, kicks to the groin. Randy Orton previously, he's been trying to climb the power rankings. I believe his last matchup has been against Ken Shamrock in the Superstars episode, and that was after when Shamrock answered the AJ Styles non-title open challenge himself. And so, thinking about that, it was week 13. Daniel, okay. The pedigree, of course, is the Styles Clash in this game, and Orton, Styles Clash, essentially, 2 AJ Styles on the outside, mimicking Styles of his own finishing maneuver right there. And now Orton with the backbreaker. 2 AJ Styles, a wounded Styles. And Orton, not to mention, he actually did defeat Ken Shamrock on Superstars. And that was a pretty nice back and forth matchup between Orton. Well, not between Orton and Shamrock, between Shamrock and Styles. Previously on Raw in week 13. So, yes. And then week 13 edition of Superstars, which was not Superstars episode 13. It was Superstars episode where under 13. And so, yeah, Orton, it would pick up victory in the main event of that. Represent Raw action. Now Styles with crossface here onto the Viper, Apex Predator, Legend Carry Randy Orton here, not doing too bright himself in this matchup, well, at least at this point in time and moment of this matchup, as Styles upper hand and everything, throwing everything he has at Orton, besides the kitchen sink. And Orton now, those vintage stomps. Why am I stumbling over my own words here? I got no idea. Sleeper hold applied by Randy. And Randy Orton, upper hand here, Styles with the counter. Later, of course, the next episode of Universe Mode will be ECW. As you guys saw, the pre-show will be metal, and it will be a technical masterpiece between Shane Douglas and Dan Brown Willis, hopefully. And well, ladies and gentlemen, main event of Mel has now been announced previously. Tag team matchup, champions and challengers, Minoru Suzuki, ECW champion. He teams up with #1 contender for the Hardcore Television Championship, Wade Barrett, to take on #1 contender for the ECW title, Braun Strowman, and current Hardcore Television Champion, Kenny Omega. It's the faces taking on the heels. And we shall see what happens there. Well, at least Minoru Suzuki is a tweener, but he's currently in the rivalry with a heel, which is Braun Strowman. Omega's a heel. Barrett, I guess, is assumed to be a face. I don't know, but yeah, whatever. It's a tag team matchup, and that will main event ECW. Normally, I'll put up a picture for that, but I'm too lazy to actually edit it now. But I'm too lazy to just do it. So screw it. I'll do it when I actually do the ECW episode, and now Orton. Not doing too bright here. I said that multiple times here, but whatever. Running out of words to say. Styles off the ropes goes Orton. Nice snap Mary. That was a transition to a crossface. That was nicely done. Nice transition. Both these two men have some high veteran experience in the pro wrestling business. Styles, of course, climbed up the ranks of TNA, Ring of Honor, PWG, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and our independent circuits. Orton, of course, was in WWE's training program, OVW, and Orton, he got sent to the outside. So Orton and Styles, great amount of experience. 4-8 splash on the outside by AJ Styles, able to get the nice elevation there, surprisingly. And so Styles currently your WWE champion. Been holding that title since week 12, since the Raw exclusive Sealed Fate pay-per-view where he defeated AJ Styles. He defeated himself? No, where he defeated Bobby Lashley. So yes. And Styles wearing down Orton. This could perhaps lead to a count-out victory now for AJ. Orton gets back inside the ring, so never mind. Well, both these men now in the ring apron. Orton on the verge of falling here, and he finally does. Nasty landing, nasty bump on the outside for Randy Orton. AJ Styles upper hand and everything in this matchup, as the screen is a little bit enclosed because I just don't want to show the health bars. Also, I'm trying to experiment with like how I want the screen to be. Do I want it to be full screen or like slightly zoomed in? This screen is currently slightly zoomed in, which is why the health bar is not currently shown. I could also just take out the health bars, but then I won't be able to transition for doing one-on-one matches for the wrestlers I want to script and choreograph, including this matchup. Although for this moment, I'm letting the CPU do the matchup, and then I go back to choreographing it later on. Whole backstage tips right there. And Orton was about on the verge of falling through the announcer's table, perhaps. As Styles now the Boston Crab wearing down Orton. Can this one actually be it? Could actually take a whole lot off Orton. Orton, he's been taking a whole lot of damage in this matchup. Can he tap out to just one simple maneuver like this? No one does better than Chris Jericho, though. Which probably brings up the point that Orton is going to escape. In which he just did. Talking to the crowd is Randy. Not sure how wise that is. The veteran experience of Randy. Never mind. That was a nail to close on to the back of the head. And now he has the advantage over WWE Champion Styles. And ladies and gentlemen, don't miss the action. Raw rolls on once again. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, during the commercial break, like our backstage crew and interviewers said, they were able to catch up with AJ Styles. They were able to catch up with Goldberg backstage. He's gonna rip Lesnar's head off. Well, in Goldberg's own quotes. So we shall see if the Beast makes his way to Raw next week. Of course, last week he attacked Goldberg. Finally actually appeared here on Raw. But we shall see what happens over there. But that's next week. Focus on current time here, as current WWE Champion Styles bringing it to, well, the one who answered the open challenge, Randy Orton, and 450 splash. The airtime by Styles, absolutely phenomenal. And yes, pun intended, another 450 splash. And Styles now, oh man, Styles gone for it. He has him in the center of the ring, and the Styles clash by the phenomenal one. And Styles turning to the crowd of Styles. He knows this one's over. It has to be over against Orton. The first one in this matchup, and it could be all over. And it only takes one in the case of Randy Orton. It only takes one to defeat Orton. We didn't get an RKO attempt. We didn't get a Styles Clash attempt. We got a Styles Clash attempt by Orton. Didn't get an RKO attempt by Orton. Didn't get a Styles Clash attempt by Styles. First finisher in the matchup wins it. And the first one that was thrown was by current WWE champion, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. He walks out with the victory here tonight, and that brings it all to an end here on Raw. AJ Styles picks up victory over Randy Orton. And well, at this point, it's shaping up to be a triple threat with Styles defending his championship against Sami Zayn and CM Punk at SummerSlam, or it could just be either Punk or Zayn, dependent on what happens in the next couple of weeks. But so far, it has been scheduled to be a triple threat, and this could happen at SummerSlam, so we shall see. Well, it is going to happen at SummerSlam, but it could either be Styles vs. Zayn, Styles vs. Punk, or Styles vs. both men. But now said, next week, your main event, not going to be the H Styles non-title challenge. That is now officially closed down for business. Until whenever it could happen again, I don't know. But CM Punk, Sami Zayn, it's next week on Raw, and it's week 19 of Raw. Don't miss it. And thank you all for watching, and goodbye.